Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Alien Protocols. I thought this was a nice and creepy choice for lighting, especially considering the topic. I wanted to chat with you guys about some of the other alternatives for the Fermi paradox. So, the Fermi paradox is a conjecture that states, it's a premise from scientist Enrico Fermi that supposes that there should be a whole bunch of alien life in the universe. But where are they? If the universe is filled with life, how come we haven't seen them? Or detected their signals? Well, there's a lot of good reasons why, and they range from we're the only ones, which is the least likely, to the distances are too great, to the time periods are different. They were here before us or will be here later. Those are all very logical suppositions. But when I look at the time that the universe has been around, the nature of the universe to just be brimming with life, to be made for life, leads me to believe that our universe is packed full of intelligent life forms now. And the reason why we don't see them there could be a lot of very logical reasons. The most logical reason, I would believe, would be that everyone is basically worried about another civilization that's 1,000 years more advanced than they are. So essentially almost everyone would be hiding, because it seems really, really logical to hide from a much more superior race. But there are some other options that are not quite as appealing. Many people have spoken about the fact that intelligent races ultimately destroy themselves before they're able to colonize space, but I don't think it's that either. I think there would still be a tremendous amount out there. I believe if you look at reality, if you look at the nature of life forms, if you look at the nature of technology, once an intelligent life form reaches a certain level, I think those species almost all go post-biological. Either digital or some other non-biological, more effective system. So let's say, 1,000 years from now, there'd be very, very few biological humans. There'd be digital and all sorts of different kinds of digital creatures. 1,000 years, it's not unreasonable to believe that, especially considering how technology grows exponentially. But I also think that there would always be holdouts. There'd always be those, people with gumption who just like it the old-fashioned way. Maybe religious people who don't want people messing with God's creation. So that's the most interesting one to me for a variety of reasons. If there is a post-biological civilization, a giant one, it would probably merge with other giant post-biological civilizations. And further, I bet the biological holdouts would have a tendency to stick together and would have a tendency to try to help other biologicals. Because the post-biological life forms, I believe, would outnumber. Because the biological life forms with intelligence only have a kind of a short period of time before they turn technological. So they only have that window. But once you've turned post-biological, it's, that can be thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So I think the biologicals would be dramatically outnumbered by the post-biologicals. Maybe right now there is a biological race that's trying to protect us. And the reason why they're giving us spaceships, crashing them all over the planet, and teaching us how to fly, and teaching us how to fly probes, and all the different things with the craft. The reason why they're doing the disclosure movement, leading the disclosure movement, is perhaps they realize that the post-biologicals are coming, and that we have no choice but to leave the planet, period. You know, if there was like a global destruction or even a gamma ray burst, you would think that, oh, you know, maybe they'd teach us how to dig underground or do this or that or to survive. It has to be something so devastating that they would give us these craft. Think about it, guys. Hundreds. Hundreds of crashes. Literally. Most people don't realize how many crashes there have been since the 1800s. Well, gang, that's kind of a creepy, frightening thought, isn't it? I wonder what you think about that one. There's a lot of other possibilities, of course. But I'm kind of fixated on that one. What do you guys think? Do you believe in the post-biologicals?